So I've spoken a lot in the past about arpeggios, but I focused mostly on the shapes themselves and how they change when you're playing dominant versus major versus minor. So I thought this week what I'd do is talk about playing through changes, using them in a song. And the song that I've chosen is just the first 4 chords from a Beatles song called I Call Your Name. And the reason why I picked this is that all 4 chords are 7th chords. So let me quickly play through them. There's an E7, then it goes to C sharp 7, then F sharp 7, and then B7. And you can just circle around those so you get this kind of a feel, if you like. Keep going like that. Now what I will do this time is I'll just focus on one position on the neck, maybe around say the 7th fret, and I'll cycle through those 4 chords, go through the arpeggios that you find around that 7th fret and start talking about how you come up with lines and things like that. Now again, there's quite a lot of content here, so I've created a PDF which you can download. Just help yourself to. It's free, there's nothing to sign up for or anything like that, just get hold of that. And that has all of the shapes written out on there, just so you've got something to refer to. Okay, well let's zoom in and we'll go through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay around this sort of 7th fret, just there, and just play all the shapes that I can find around this kind of area of the guitar neck. So my first chord is an E7, and the E7 around the 7th fret is this bar A chord just there. And the arpeggio that I'd play just here is this one. Okay, and then we move on to C sharp 7, and so I know the C sharp chord is around there in this particular position, so I'm playing a bar G chord there, and the shape that I play here is that one. Now this can be a bit of a handful for some people. As I've said before, I like to alternate between 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 when I'm playing arpeggios. There is another fingering that a lot of people like, which is 2 on the first string and then 2 notes on the second string, and then alternating 1, 2, 1, 2, just there. So you choose which one you want to use. 3rd chord is F sharp 7, so around this position, a bar C chord on the 6th fret gives you an F sharp chord, an F sharp chord, and the shape I play is this one. Around that position. And then finally B7 on the 7th fret is the bar E chord just there, and the shape I play is this one. And again, this is one of those positions where the shape I play is quite sprawled out, and a lot of people prefer to play this shape. So you decide. Okay, so we've got some shapes, we've got some chords, we want to decide what we're going to play over those chords. Now, I find probably the easiest thing to do is to start to think about just little licks, little ideas to start with, and just think about how those adapt as you move between the different shapes. So if I give you an idea, here's my first shape. And a nice simple idea just across 2 strings to start with. It is worth just keeping it simple. Would be something like this. So as you can see, I'm just playing 3 notes. And they're 3 notes that I've taken out of that first arpeggio. So let's move it on to the C sharp 7th. And what would those 3 notes be in this shape? Well, they'd be these. Now what would that sound like? So if I play those two patterns together, you get this. And let's move it down to F sharp 7. There's my shape. So if I was just playing those three notes, it'd be those three in the shape. And then we move up to the B7. So what three notes would they be? These ones. So let's just play through that. Okay, and so really the secret here is to just start to elaborate. Just take that first little seed of an idea and see how you'd extend it, and see how that would change to moving through the different shapes and things like that. And the more you do this, the more you get used to playing in these different shapes, taking an idea, repositioning it into the new shape, understanding how the shapes fit together. And you can elaborate on your ideas, take them further and further, and then stop using licks at all. Just play different lines and ideas that come into your head as you're moving forwards. So as you can see, you can start elaborating on these ideas, you can create more and more motifs, you can start building more lines, just connecting these different arpeggios together. And there's no reason why you can't start introducing other scale tones in there as well, and passing notes and things like that. And the other thing I'd do is I'd change position as well. As you saw, I'm just focusing on that round that 7th fret position. There's no reason why you couldn't move to the 10th or the 12th fret and see what arpeggios there are around there, or what the arpeggio positions are in the 12th fret, and how they differ from the positions that you find in the 7th fret. So there's a lot that you can work on with this just with these 4 chords. There's a lot you can get out of this, so I really do recommend you play around with this and see how you get on. Okay, that's it. We'll chat next time. Goodbye.